Angus, we've had a very busy morning and a very full morning. What are your reflections on what you've heard so far?
Well, I think, Carleen, it's been a fantastic session and certainly sets the bar high for the next 2 days. And I think that there are a couple of points I'd like to cover. It was an excellent range of views, and I think it expresses how complex the issues are that our industry is facing. But as Arlie said in the first session, we are a resilient industry. We're able to cope and we're able to adapt, and I think that will set us in a good place. And then Anuj very correctly said the importance of data accuracy and reliability is going to be key. And I think that's absolutely right, because the dominant theme that we've been talking about today is decarbonization. One of the biggest risks, I think, and I'm sure Jim Lawrence would agree with this, is that a company that is now caught greenwashing will suffer significant reputational damage. So accurate data, accurate reporting, absolutely essential. And then, Jeff, you gave us a US perspective on how things are going at IMO. And that triggered the thought in my mind that, will the commercial drivers for emission reduction outpace regulation? I think we're already seeing this, and I think this is a major challenge for the industry. We have the EU moving at a very fast pace. Can they be convinced to rein it back if IMO picks up speed? I'm not sure. But I think, Alexander, you made a very good point, and I would certainly agree, and I'm sure a lot of people would, that for all these changes to take place, carbon pricing is going to be essential on a global level. It has to be a level playing field. We can't have Europe doing one thing, the US doing another, the Far East doing another. I think it's very important that if we're going to make zero carbon possible, we have to have a global level playing field. And Alexander, you also made a very interesting point that as a traditional industry, we can move from traditional to new very quickly if the business case is correct. And I think that's at the heart of a lot of what we're talking about. It's not going to happen by charity. It has to make business sense. And this links into, I think, perhaps one of the most insightful comments that came out of the recap of the deep dive sessions. And, Rob, you made the point very correctly about new technology is good business. And you also said, future fuels, where are they? And, Bud came back with, saying the same thing from a slightly different direction. So where are those future fuels? Well, I think it's important to remember that the shipping industry cannot do this on its own. The cost of the infrastructure necessary for the zero carbon fuel infrastructure has to be shared across many different industries. And that's why we at Schulte Group believe in sector coupling as the key to make this happen, where the green hydrogen infrastructure is the building block for the carbon neutral fuels that the shipping industry needs. Whether those in the long run are green hydrogen in some form on its own or a hydrogen carrier like green ammonia, that will remain to be seen. And as speakers have said today, there is no silver bullet. There is no one-size-fits-all solution. Deep sea shipping, short sea shipping, coastal, they all have different requirements and different potential solutions. The bird in the hand, of course, which nobody has really mentioned today, is LNG. It's an excellent transitional fuel. It's the way the industry can make a difference now as we develop what comes next, whether that's green ammonia or whatever. The infrastructure exists. The last mile delivery system is developing fast, and I think it's going to have a very important future. So I think, the bar has certainly been set high for tomorrow, and I really look forward to, continuing this level of interesting debate.
Oh, well, thank you very much, Angus, for your wrap-up and a wonderful synopsis of what we've learned today. Yes, we've had a lot of high notes, and we're going to continue that through the next 3 days. But I also want to say the fun hasn't ended today. In just a few minutes at 1300 hours Eastern, Jason Kelly will be leading us in a workshop on innovation in legacy companies, sponsored by Moran Shipping Agencies. And then at 1400 hours, we're going to hear how Poseidon Principles and Sea Cargo charter fuel vessel retrofits from Wärtsilä. And then at 1500 hours, we have a workshop on media response during COVID by MTI Network. And finally, at 1600 hours, compliance fuel proofing, planning for tomorrow from ASR and CROE. We also have our exhibit hall open, our innovation hall, so make sure you see everybody and stop in and visit and learn more about what is the cutting edge solution today for some of the challenges we face. And then at 1800 hours, 6 o'clock Eastern Daylight Time, we have celebrity karaoke featuring Cher, the U.S. Maritime Administrator, the U.S. Merchant Marine Academy's Superintendent Jack Bono. We have United States Coast Guard Academy with a throwdown, challenging their musicality, as well as Mass Maritime, plus celebrities from, including Ram Viss and Joe Hughes. So make sure you join us all day for the various workshops, networking opportunities, and in order to network, just go into the networking and you can click on an individual, you can search for an individual and just say hi. So we'll see you in the workshops and we'll see you at Celebrity Karaoke tonight at 1800 hours. Be there.
Yeah.